Hey guys, Megan here, and before I get into the video, I wanted to apologize. I haven't made a video. I had to replace my audio, and I'm still waiting for it to come in, so hopefully y'all can hear me. And yeah, so today I want to share my presence with you, and hopefully help you end your suffering. Sometimes those kinds of things require a bit of silence, but if you feel awareness from the other side of the camera, from the words that I speak, then this video did its purpose. The reason why you can't gain the things that you want in life is because you don't know how to detach from your mind, detach from your thinking. If you are struggling to create the life that you want, that is one of the reasons why. Now, the trick to detaching from our mind and learning how to stay in a state of awareness is simply first to stop believing in every thought that arises. Every time a thought arises, are you clinging on to it? Are you attaching to it? Are you believing it? Or are you letting it come and letting it go? Because if you were finding the space in between your thoughts dissolve because you're not your thoughts. The only way the ego can continue to live is if it's identified with something. And so you have to learn how to stay in a state where you, as Michael Singer says so perfectly, take a step back and let the clouds come and go. Sometimes it's stormy, sometimes it's cloudy, sometimes it's sunny. And whatever emotion wants to pass by your sight, just let it come and let it go. And what you notice is that maybe every couple of seconds, you'll feel a sense of peace. You'll feel a sense of space where there is no mind. That's the space that you're trying to get to, and that's the only way that you can change your life, because we cannot manifest or bring the things into our life that we want without first bringing ourselves into a state of alignment with that. And what you have to understand is that you are not your thoughts. Thinking happens to you. If you were your thoughts, that's just more ego. So if you're struggling to figure out, well, I don't even know what my purpose is, I don't even know what to manifest, that stuff becomes revealed. It's like you already knew. Take me for example. I was always into photography my whole life. Since I was like 16 years old, just taking pictures, maybe even younger than that, just taking pictures of everything. And it just so happens that over time, even when YouTube very first came out, I said, gosh, I really want to do that. But it wasn't until years later that I finally decided to make that leap and decided to, invest my time into YouTube, because it's in the same realm. I took a photography class in high school. I almost went to college for photography. Anyways, my point being that stuff reveals itself if you are doing the inner work. If you're not doing the inner work, then nothing can happen, because you're still in suffering. You're still in identification with mind and with body. Now let's talk about the pain body for a second. The pain body is the emotional attachment to our thinking. And when we are able to go deep into that emotion. Not just on a surface level you're recognizing it, but go deeper into it within our awareness. Shine the light of awareness onto your emotion. What you will notice is that emotion, the energetic charge that it has, starts to dissipate. And it actually serves two purposes. It dissolves the thinking because you're in the body, and it also dissolves a lot of the suffering that you're feeling. Now, the other way that you can get there is through becoming aware of yourself in this moment. What am I doing in this moment? Right now, I'm watching a YouTube video. And when I'm done with this, I'm going to get out of the car and I'm going to go to the house. I'm going to sit down. Are you paying attention to when you get out of the car, the steps that you take when you get out of the car? Or are you still thinking as a means to an end, from get out of the car to the house? Are you still thinking, or are you in this moment fully? The only way to get there is, first, you have to stop believing in every thought that arises. And the only way to do that is to stop worrying about everything in your life for 2 seconds and focus more on your inner world. Put down your phone, put down your TV, go out and sit in nature, and become more aware of your inner space. See, the problem is we start to become more aware of our inner space, but then we go to work and someone says something that triggers us and it creates suffering. Or a family member says something that triggers us and it creates suffering. Or we're complaining about that person behind their back and that creates suffering. Anything that's resisting this moment creates suffering. And so when you can understand that all suffering arises out of not accepting the present moment, then you therefore can detach easier, because you recognize in those moments, oh wow, here I am, I'm doing it again. I need to think more about what I speak, think more about what I think more about how I feel in certain situations. Basically, become more aware of my senses. I need to become more aware of how those things, reactions, or how any of that stuff is, how I'm using my 5 senses throughout the day. Now, if for whatever reason You cannot detach from your thinking. What else you can do is to simply become aware of your body and continue to bring it back into your body throughout the day. And you can continue to go deeper and deeper into the body. And if you're not able to do that, you can use the breath as a way to stop the thinking mind so that you can go into the body. But I repeat, the one thing that you absolutely have to do if you're going to end your suffering is to stop believing in all your thoughts. The ego wants you to believe in your thoughts. But you don't have to. You don't have to listen to the noise. And I really do recommend, if you haven't read Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, if there's one book that you're going to read, that's the only one I could recommend. At least start with that one and then, do whatever. We can only create space for others in a space of being more connected to our soul, being more in awareness. We cannot develop true relationships with people, whether our family members, relationships, kids, in a state of judgment, in a state of constantly, on to the next thing, constantly having regrets and judgments about them, about yourself, about the things you wish you did or didn't do. And nothing in our life is going to work out the way that we want unless we end our thinking. Unless we are awareness and not ego. There's two of you. There's your ego and there's awareness. You can be aware of your thoughts. You can be aware of your emotions. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care if you're homeless. I don't care if, you're a millionaire. I don't care if your car broke down, you're having relationship issues, you're having health issues. Maybe you're having a combination of all of them. And maybe you found spirituality as a little bit of a comfort. And if you have, then I'm here to be the stepping stone for you to find the peace that you deserve. Don't worry about what your current situation is. Just worry about finding the peace within you, and your situation will get better. Okay, well, with that being said, I will talk to you guys later. And peace out. Bye.